10 years ago, I lived in a quiet town by a river. I was 17 years old, young, and full of dreams. My town was small, with green fields and old houses. Everyone knew each other, and life was simple. There was a boy in town named Ethan. He was tall, with dark hair and a bright smile. He played guitar at the town square sometimes, and people loved watching him. I liked him too. Ethan was 21, a bit older than me, but I didn't care. I thought he was kind and exciting. My older sister, Clara, warned me, "Ethan is not serious. He talks to many girls. Be careful." My best friend Lily said, "He's fun, but he's not good for you." I didn't listen. I liked Ethan too much. His smile made my heart beat fast. One summer evening, there was a fair in our town. The fair came every year, with colorful lights, loud music, and fun games. There were food stalls with popcorn and cotton candy. My friends and I were excited to go. My sister didn't want me to go. "It's late and it might not be safe," she said, looking worried. "Please, Clara," I begged. "I'll stay with my friends and we'll come home early." Finally, she agreed but said, "Be home by 10. At the fair, the air smelled sweet and the lights sparkled. People laughed and played games. My friends and I tried the ring toss game and ate warm popcorn. Then I saw Ethan. He was standing near a game stall, talking to some boys. He saw me and waved. My face felt hot and my heart raced. Ethan walked over. "Hey, want to play a game with me?" he asked, smiling. I nodded, too happy to speak. We played a game where you throw balls to knock down bottles. Ethan was good at it, and we won a small prize, a tiny toy bear with a red hat. "This is for you," he said, handing it to me. I smiled and held the bear tightly. We walked around the fair together. We ate pink cotton candy and watched a clown juggle colorful balls. Ethan told funny stories about his adventures, like the time he got lost in the woods. I laughed and felt special. The fair was magical, and I didn't want the night to end. When the fair closed, Ethan said, "Let's walk by the lake. It's quiet and beautiful there." I thought it sounded romantic, so I said, "Sure." We walked to the lake, away from the town. The moon was big and bright, and the water sparkled under it. Crickets sang in the grass, and the air was cool. I felt like I was in a movie. But then Ethan stopped walking. He turned to me and stepped closer. He tried to hold me tightly. I stepped back. "Ethan, I just want to talk," I said, my voice shaking. He laughed, but it wasn't kind. "Come on, don't be shy," he said. He grabbed my arm and I felt scared. "Stop!" I shouted, pulling away. My heart was pounding. Ethan looked annoyed. "You're no fun," he said. "Find your own way home." He turned and walked away, leaving me alone by the lake. It was dark and cold. The lake looked big and scary now. My house was far, and I didn't know the way back well. I started walking along the dirt path. My shoes were thin and my feet hurt. I was afraid of the shadows and the sounds in the trees. After more than an hour, I finally saw the lights of my town. When I got home, my feet had blisters and I was exhausted. I sat on my bed and cried. I liked Ethan, but he didn't care about me. My heart felt broken. The next morning, I told Lily what happened. She hugged me and said, "Ethan does this to many girls. He's not a good person. Why didn't you tell me before?" I asked, feeling hurt. "We tried," she said, "but you were so happy around him. We didn't want to upset you." That night taught me a big lesson. I learned to listen to warnings and trust my feelings. I decided to be stronger and stopped thinking about Ethan. A year later, I moved to a big city to study. The city was noisy, with tall buildings and busy streets. I worked part-time at a small cafe near my school. I loved the smell of coffee and the sound of people chatting. My job was fun, and I made new friends. One cold winter morning, it started snowing. I was working at the cafe, serving hot drinks to customers. A man came in, shaking snow off his coat. He had warm brown eyes and a kind smile. He ordered a hot chocolate and said, "It's freezing out there." I smiled. "This will warm you up," I said, handing him the drink. His name was Noah. He worked at a school nearby, teaching children to draw. The next day, Noah came back. He ordered another hot chocolate and talked to me about music. He liked soft piano songs, and I told him I liked pop music. We laughed about our different tastes. Noah started coming to the cafe every day. We talked about many things: books, movies, and our favorite places in the city. He was funny and kind. He made me feel comfortable, like I could be myself. One day, Noah said, "Can we go for a walk after your shift? The park looks beautiful in the snow." I said, "Okay." After work, we walked to the park. The snow covered the trees, and everything looked quiet and pretty. I was cold, so Noah gave me his blue scarf. It was soft and warm. We talked about our dreams. Noah wanted to be an art teacher and help children love drawing. I told him I wanted to travel and see the ocean someday. Noah was different from Ethan. He listened to me and cared about my thoughts. We started meeting often. We went to a small library to read books, watched street musicians play violins, and shared hot chocolate at the cafe. I felt happy when I was with him. One day, Noah didn't come to the cafe. I waited, but he didn't show up. A week passed, then two. I felt sad and worried. Did I do something wrong? I wondered. I didn't have his phone number, so I couldn't call him. Then, one snowy evening, I finished my shift and walked outside. There was Noah, standing under a street light, holding 2 cups of hot chocolate. His smile was big and my heart jumped. "Where were you?" I asked. "I'm sorry," he said. "My mom was sick and I had to go home to take care of her. I missed you." I smiled. "I'm glad you're back." We walked through the snowy streets, sipping a hot chocolate. The city lights sparkled, and the snow fell softly around us. I felt warm inside, even in the cold. Years passed. Now, I am 27. Noah and I are married. We live in a small apartment with a balcony where we grow flowers. On snowy days, we sit outside with blankets and hot chocolate. I think about the day we met at the cafe. A simple cup of hot chocolate changed my life. This story taught me to trust myself and learn from hard moments. Mistakes can make us stronger. A small act of kindness, like sharing a scarf or a warm drink, can lead to a beautiful new beginning. Thank you for reading my story. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful for your English learning. Share your thoughts or questions if you like.